Hey everybody, Kai here. So what they normally tell you is that if something happens in the recording and the quality is just not quite as good as normal, to not mention it because it probably sounds worse in your ears than in anybody else's, and chances are they're probably not going to notice it. Well, there's no way you're not going to notice it. We're actually using a new way of recording the show, and I had it set up wrong on my end, so it was recording the wrong microphone. And so my apologies. You can still understand me. I think you're still going to love the show. It was a really good episode this week, but I did want to give my apologies up front. So thanks, and let's jump into it.
Live from Kakariko Village. Broadcast throughout the Retroverse. Transmitted to the real world via a maze of wires connecting a Super Nintendo to a Wii, to a Wi-Fi network, and finally to the Internet. The Techno Funk Boy presents the Retro Zoo Super Show. Now here are your hosts, Kai and Steven.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Retro Zoo Super Show, and I am one of your hosts, Kai.
And I'm Steven.
Steven, what's going on?
Well,
what are you doing?
I was watching my favorite StarCraft podcast, and Twitch show, and you made me get off so that I could do this show instead.
But you still have it on!
But you made me turn the volume down, remember?
Bleeding through!
I don't know, I don't hear it. Do you hear it?
I do. Okay. You still have it on!
Okay, well, I'm trying to turn it off. It's just getting really fascinating.
I'm sorry to interrupt your StarCraft with, our job.
Look, our toast just reached into his mini fridge and got a water bottle out.
Okay, what is this show?
It's called.
I immediately regretted asking that question.
No. I'm glad you asked. And this is actually terrible timing for the podcast. Because they finally got into the topic that I was tuning in for. It's called In Control. It's In Control TV. In Control is a professional StarCraft 2 caster. So he has a Twitch channel called @In Control TV, and occasionally they do a. It's called The Pylon. And it's a StarCraft 2 like TV show kind of thing on Twitch, and they have different commentators come on, and different professional gamers, and they talk about kind of what's going on in the StarCraft world. And so right now, the WCS, which is the World Championship StarCraft League or whatever, it's kind of the main league and supported by Blizzard for StarCraft. All the slots are filled for the global finals, which will happen in Anaheim, California around November, I believe. Which the prize pool for the first prize winner is $280,000. I just looked up. Second place is $140,000, and third place is like $42,000. But anyway, it's a big StarCraft. It's the biggest StarCraft 2 event, and it combines Western or all other StarCraft players with the Korean StarCraft players, who generally the Koreans are much better at StarCraft than everybody else, and so it's like
I'm
the best.
so glad I made you turn that off.
Well, I'm still watching it without the volume, but it's fascinating, and I'm almost wanting to ditch the show now just so I can finish, because they're starting to talk about the ranking system and who's gotten in, because it's fixed now. We can see who all the players that are going to be playing at BlizzCon, and
nice.
it's really exciting because one of my favorites is going to be there, Mr. Neeb, who I've seen live 3 times at DreamHack. He's the Great American Hope.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, I'm going to say it again because he's my hero, but at the same time, he's been doing really poorly this year, so I don't have a lot of expectations for him.
Neeb, don't listen to him. Don't let him get in your head.
You know,
We believe in you.
I met Neeb once. I met him, and I was starstruck by a 17-year-old StarCraft 2 player, and I couldn't.
Wait, he's 17?
He was 17 when I met him. Yeah, making more money than I did.
That either one of us will ever make ever.
Combined. Yeah, and he's a really amazing player. So I met him, but I've never met. Well, in my adult life, I haven't met many celebrities, but this was the biggest celebrity I had ever met, and I was so starstruck.
The way you described it to me, like when it happened, is like I wasn't picturing a 40-year-old man, because I don't know that there are any of those in like professional StarCrafting.
Not really, no. I think that the peak age is like late 20s.
But I wasn't expecting, that like you were like, cowering and muttering to yourself in front of a 17-year-old.
If you had just watched this 17-year-old master basically his opponent live, using techniques and that you'd never dream that you could, you never would be able to master them. I mean, he's a very skilled player. So it was.
And my problem is, I've actually tried to watch StarCraft a couple of times for you, and I need to go find like
I like how you said
tutorial. What?
You said for me, like you were trying to watch it on my behalf, like so that you could finally understand me.
You had to go to the can, and you didn't want to miss anything.
Steven, I watched some StarCraft for you. Here it is. It's like on construction paper.
There's something that's growing out of the ground. It's growing. I need some sort of tutorial on it. And I did this with League of Legends, and that's why I can really dig on some League of Legends now. Like, I don't understand everything they're doing, but I watched a tutorial that at least explained the basics of the game so that I can still hear them.
You can still hear my people? I'm gonna stop them. I'm gonna stop them because I'm watching. I can't actually hear them.
It's coming through my headphones very nicely. Okay, so I can at least understand League of Legends now, and so I can enjoy a game.
Yeah.
StarCraft, I tried. I need to watch something that's going to explain what's going on because it's bewildering to me.
Well, how about this? How about we schedule a little get together, and we have a couple drinks, and we'll watch. Actually, maybe we could do that, dude. Maybe we can do a show around the global finals, like around BlizzCon, and we can do a show. We can talk about because, dude, it's gonna be exciting. I mean, honestly. So it looks like there's a player. Okay. Koreans have been dominating the scene since the beginning, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's awesome. But there's this guy right now. His name is Sarah.
I take Taekwondo.
You opened a can of worms. You gave me an inch. I'm taking a mile.
I really did. I mean, it was a mistake. We all acknowledge that.
I know. Well, look. I don't want to take away from the show by interjecting too much StarCraft, but. I'll just leave it at this. BlizzCon is coming. It's coming quickly. It is going to be amazing, and I'm going to probably be talking about StarCraft, Pro StarCraft, a lot more. Even if I'm trying not to, it's going to come out of my mouth. And let me tell you, one of the most fascinating things about it is this the main Western player who's going to be up against the Korean guys is his name is Cyril, and I think he's Finnish. He looks just like the boy version of Kirsten Dunst. I'm not even kidding. Like he looks just like Kirsten Dunst, but a dude.
I wasn't really expecting that.
It's amazing. It's uncanny. So it's pretty exciting to me just because he looks so much like Kirsten Dunst. That I don't know, but anyway, he's an amazing. He plays Zerg. He's an amazing player, and he's probably I don't know who he's going to face off against in the end, but or if he'll even make it past the round of 8 or whatever 16. But I'll keep talking about it, but I can digress and I can stop myself. It's challenging, but I'm gonna try because I know we have a show to do.
Well, so getting into the other stuff that's going on. I've been totally derailed at this point, but a little bit of personal excitement that earlier this very week I was on the Backlog Breakdown podcast.
Oh, cool!
With Nate and Josh, the hosts there, and another guest, Wes, because we were all part of the Zelda II challenge for September. And so we went 2 hours just talking Zelda 2, and it was an absolute blast. I kind of you remember when Nate and Josh came on this show, and we barely talked about the topic at all because they were just going down rabbit trails and whatever popped into their mind and breaking up all of our stuff and that sort of thing. I got a little bit of revenge. Is the point I'm trying to get to is I got a little bit of revenge, but I actually enjoyed Zelda 2 so much that I didn't even though I intended to get way off track, I didn't get off track because I enjoyed talking about the game. So at the end I was like, man, I really wanted to mess up stuff more than I actually did. So
well, it was probably good that you didn't, man.
Yeah.
How long have they been doing their show?
This was episode 8.
Yeah, so they're still in the fledgling years. It would have been very...
In the fledgling years? I mean, we just started year 2.
Look, dog years are different than human years, and podcasting years are different than dog years. It's just...
time does
right.
work very differently in the Retroverse.
When you're in the Retroverse, yeah, it's like half a dog year. Per year.
Nice. Oh god. So otherwise, we've had quite a bit of exciting updates over on the Realm Online, which has got me. I mean, and I stream Realm Online every Tuesday, and so I'm in it. But it's got me really itching to just power level through this stuff because they introduced the kind of and now I'm forgetting how they worded it, but this prestige class where yes okay, that was the other thing. Let me get way off track because Misty Dawn just came and saved me from what I would normally just edit out of the podcast, but
live editing now in progress.
Right, exactly. Well, okay, so the other thing that's happening right now is that last week, we mentioned that we set up our Discord server and that we were going to start recording some of the episodes live, and that is what is happening right now. And so,
very awkwardly. I feel like I'm on the spot.
Yes, this is this is the first time we've done it like this, and it's a little nerve-wracking.
It's kind of like the dream where you're without shorts and you're in a crowded room and you're like, wait, what? But it's not a dream.
Right? Yes. And it's really awkward when you go around telling people, "Don't worry, it's a dream," and they're like, "No, it really isn't." But so, we had a lot of fun on Tuesday because they introduced this. What this is when you hit level 1000, you can choose to prestige your character, and you'll go back to level 1, but with drastically increased skills. Basically, you do the grand mastery of all skills in the game. Then you can, I don't know what the next stage of beyond grand mastery is, but double grand mastery or grander mastery of a few skills. And but you basically, you start your character over, but just a much stronger version of that character. And some new areas of the game are have opened up for prestige characters, and it's super cool. And I'm like Misty Dawn, our friend Misty Dawn, it showed us some screenshots of the new area, and I really want to get there, and I still have 400 levels to go. So.
I have to say something about Misty Dawn real quick. I used to know a girl at work, and her real name was Misty Dawn. And so I don't know, I have flashbacks. That was a long time ago. But no, that's really interesting, except I don't play the Realm, and also Prestige makes me think of the movie about magicians.
Yes. That's basically what happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so your character falls through a trapdoor into a tank, and it clones itself on the way out. Spoilers.
That was
retroactive spoilers
in the retroverse.
But other things going on is we are still continue our chat about Zelda 2. Unless we just really need to talk about something else, there's going to be one more episode. And for those who listen to our Dragon Warrior series, you know that we like to approach games in a little bit different manner than normal podcasts. Normal ones.
What is normal?
The ones with like much bigger audiences than us.
The ones that okay,
and huge support.
Yeah.
But so like in the Dragon Warrior series, we wrote some. We arranged some music for it. We recreated the entire script of the game with some clever edits, and so those who might be listening to our Zelda 2 series might be expecting something goofy in a similar manner. And those people who are expecting that might want to tune in next week. Well, actually, everybody should think about tuning in next week.
I was going to say, wait a second.
Not just those. But yeah, so we're gonna kind of complete the stuff that I wanted to talk about Zelda 2 today, and then next week we're gonna have some fun with it. And not that we haven't had fun already, but next week will be double fun, and looking forward to that. But
double fun is better than one fun.
Yes, it's gonna be like it might even be like 3, maybe 4 fun.
Triple fun.
Yes.
For fun. Okay, I'm sorry. Numbers. Okay, hold on.
Fun cubed.
All right.
So yeah, but I actually did get to finish Zelda 2 and had an absolute blast doing it. I have started speedrun training it.
Okay.
And have I talked about this on the air here?
You talk about it for 15 seconds.
Did I? Are you making that up?
No,
I'm on so many podcasts now that I can't keep
you're
them
just so
straight.
podcast.
I'm on. I was on a different podcast, and now I can't remember what I said here.
I don't think you said it here, dude, because I listen to our podcast pretty faithfully.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, so as much as I'm really loving speedrunning Dragon Warrior, because it takes so long, I'm not able to do it very much. You know, it's really like when I have a day off and a day dedicated to it. And so I wanted to kind of get into something that would take less time that I could do like on a weekly basis. And so there's a category I really like of Zelda 2, and I'm training to learn that, because once I kind of get that down, are you like rubbing the microphone over the keyboard?
No, I just was repositioning it because my head was uncomfortable.
This is like the most difficult episode to keep on track. What was it? All right, this category that I'm interested in.
Okay, do you like this? That's probably messing with your editor's brain. Okay, I'm sorry. Go on.
So it's the 100 for those who are into these speedruns. It's 100% all keys 1cc category, and that basically means I'm getting all the items and I'm not going to game over. But once I learn it, I will be able to pretty much consistently do that. You know, under 2 hours, around 2 hours. And as I get better, it will drift down to consistently, 130, 140. The record's like 115. But this will be something that I can do pretty consistently on a weekly basis. And so I'm kind of pumped about that.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, but we do have one more thing to talk about with Zelda 2. And if we have no more news, and I don't think we do.
Actually, there was one thing.
Is it about StarCraft? Oh my goodness! If you talk about StarCraft,
no, it's not about StarCraft, but it is gaming news. But I read a study today.
CS:GO? Is it CS:GO?
No, it's not CS:GO either. Those are the only two games that I take super seriously. But I read this article just the other day about how there was a link between violent video games and physical aggression. What are we going to say about that?
Really?
Yeah. I'm serious, dude. And it really disturbed me because I was like, wait a second, I play mostly violent video games. So am I at risk to hitting people I care for? And I got kind of nervous because I'd never felt that. There was a connection. But it turns out...
Are we really going to get into that topic? Like, with no warning?
Okay, I just want to throw that out there. Like, look, we can way run away from this topic. I'm totally fine with that because I actually don't like it.
No,
but look, let's just say this. If you play violent video games and you have aggressive tendencies, please don't hit anybody or hurt anybody. Just take a break, take a breather, deep breaths, release. Okay. That's all I wanted to say to all the people out there that might have a tendency towards physical aggression as a result of playing violent video games. And then I digress.
Oh, can we make that a blanket like rule for anyone with violent tendencies, whether they play violent video games?
I think we should add that to one of Drum's like little things he says at the end of the show. We should program that in. And if you have violent tendencies, please don't hit people you care about or people you don't care about. Just don't hit. Like we're talking to a room full of preschoolers.
Right.
Anyway, okay, I'm sorry. That was a big can of worms.
Okay, so the topic that I want to talk about is literally like sword duels in Zelda 2. And you just smack me with that. It's like the violent part of the game, and you're like, well, playing with swords in video games will cause you to hit people.
Dude, well, maybe we should just frequently bring that up throughout our conversation. And don't hit anybody in real life. This is just a video game. So make sure you use extra caution when you're playing the game that you're not moody.
If you're not moody.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Well, I have to say, after our Jurassic Park episode,
That was a great episode.
if any video game is going to cause me to be violent, it might be that one.
That's one of the episodes. That was one of the episodes where I think I fell asleep while we were recording it. But
Wow.
like came out of it. I wasn't like deep sleeping. It was like REM sleep.
Wait, how often has this happened?
Drum? Do you have a record of my? He's not here right now.
No, he went to go get donuts.
Man, when is he gonna get back with those? What did he get the kolache order I put in? Because I really got a hankering for some sausage jalapeno cheese kolaches from Shipley's.
Well, those aren't real kolaches.
Digital kolaches.
We're not going to go that route.
Oh no. Okay,
we're gonna
I know
jump
where you're
to
going with
break.
that. Okay,
We're
yeah.
gonna, well, I mean, I'm voicing the concern of our Czech friends who are listening to the podcast right now.
Do we have Czech friends?
They got upset at you. Yes,
That's
we do.
cool. I like saying Czechoslovakia.
And with that, we are going to go to our break. I had intended to start our topic before the break. I think everybody knows that it was not my fault that did not happen. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Phil from Phil's Gaming Emporium, philsgamingemporium.com. With all this talk about Zelda 2, I gotta tell you, I've caught the fever. I am ready to play this game. I'm ready to get you your hands on this game right now. This is such a classic. They made it out of solid gold. That's right. They didn't use plastic. They used solid gold. And so, as a special, if you buy it from us, you're just going to pay the going rate for the gold. You're not even going to pay for the amazing game that's inside. So you get the gold, you get the game for free. What a deal! So, the game weighs about 5 ounces. We multiply that by the going rate for gold today, and you can have your hands on this game, made of solid gold. Play it tonight for $1,200. BillsGamingEmporium.com. We'll see you there.
Back.
And we are back. So, Zelda 2. The kind of the last serious thing I wanted to talk about this game was just the swordplay of it, and I think that this really kind of makes this a unique game on the NES, just because of how focused it is on dueling. And when you think about like games with dueling, of course, you go back to the original Prince of Persia that was just incredibly innovated on that. I just totally got distracted there. But this, the dueling in this game takes it in a completely different direction, where it's very fast paced and it's very motion based and it's very, very airborne. So like when you duel in the original Prince of Persia, it's like you're facing off with the person, you're kind of moving a little bit back and forth. But in Zelda 2, you're jumping at the enemy, you're bouncing, especially when you get the down stab, you're bouncing on their head repeatedly. It's amazing. And it's just kind of in motion all the time. Okay, I'm like
That's so amazing, dude.
you know,
Keep going.
all of a sudden you like doing this on Discord, don't
That's
you?
another dimension, I guess. I don't know.
You're like talking. Okay, for those who are listening on the podcast, you're like chatting with people on Discord.
Well, this is it happens every episode, and I usually just like browse the internet while you're saying like really informative things about games I don't play, and then like, and I have to go.
Well, if you had played the game,
I don't have an NES. I'm poor, remember?
You actually did make an effort to tune in while I was streaming, and I really appreciate that.
Or I did subscribe to you.
Yeah, you did.
I need to resubscribe to you probably. Or does it happen automatically? Do you get my subscription?
No, you gotta do it every month.
Or remind me.
Well, apparently you can go now.
What you're not telling, I want to do it when I can get some kind of recognition, where you can be like, "Oh, thank you, Brokanu." Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Swordplay.
Oh goodness. Okay, so you start off actually being. I'm picturing you just surfing the web. I'm trying to talk about this.
Picture me like this. I've turned off my monitor. I'm looking deeply into space, and I'm listening to every word. I'm hanging on every word you're saying.
I tell you what. Drum's not here, but we're getting a phone call. You want to take the phone call while I try to compose myself?
I don't. Who are we gonna be talking to? I don't want to talk to some weirdo.
I don't know. Drum's not here.
Why is he not here?
He's going to get the donuts!
Dude, he should have been back by now. I'm getting nervous. Alright, I'll take the phone call this once. I feel a little weird about it, but I'm gonna do it.
Line 1, you are on the air with Kai and Steven. Hey, who's this?
Hey, this is, Belmont? I don't know if you remember me. My last name is Belmont.
Forget your first name, Ryland?
Right. Dude, I introduced myself as a Belmont first because, that's proper. But, no, man, I just wanted to call in. I hadn't talked to y'all in a while, and y'all hadn't reached out to me after our last conversation. And so I just was like, man, what is going on with these guys? Like, are they okay, or anything, whatever?
I guess we're doing fine. How are you?
Well, I'm not sure if I'm a Belmont anymore.
Wait, what?
I just don't know.
What does that even mean?
Well, man, I woke up the other day and I had this thing on my hand. And I realized,
what?
Man, I had this thing on my hand. The thing on my hand.
Like,
I don't know, man. It's a Triforce. It's like a Triforce.
Wait. You have the symbol of the Triforce on your hand?
I don't know. I think so. I looked at it, Googled it. It's the Triforce. And I just, man, I'm just...
That's not...
I don't know if I want to be a Belmont. I think I want to be a Link.
Wait, you can't...
I mean, I have the symbol.
We need Links and we need Belmonts, but it is quite impossible, after all we know about you, that you are destined to find the Triforce of Courage. Because to do that, you would need, courage.
I don't think you realize how much courage it took me to tell you that I just saw the Triforce on my hand.
I think you're probably going to need more. Have you seen an iron knuckle?
My knuckles are iron.
No, that's not what I mean. They're like an armored guy with a shield and a sword. Have you faced off with one of them?
Probably. I mean, look, I'm always questing. I mean, from the comfort of my bed.
Questing?
Well, I lay in bed and I quest through television channels and I quest through streams on Twitch and I quest through podcasts, and I'm sure I faced off against of whom you speak. The one of whom you speak.
The Iron Knuckle.
The Iron Knuckle. I'm just not feeling a Belmont feeling anymore. And remember, I didn't even really want to be a Belmont. That was forced on me. But this symbol on my hand, the Triforce, it's caused me to realize. Say what?
That wasn't forced on you?
No, I woke up with it.
Never mind, Ron. I mean, Link. Are we calling you Link now?
I would like to be referred to as Link.
Okay.
because
For
Ryland
sure,
Belmont,
impression.
he's dead. Ryland
He's
Belmont
dead.
he submitted
So-
to tradition. He submitted to the Belmont clan. And where did that get anybody? Anybody in the Belmont clan.
Well, it got them, saving the world like multiple times.
But then how come it kept needing to be saved? Shouldn't they have saved it once for all? That's why.
I think you're confusing the Belmont clan with something else.
Duncan,
So if
Duncan
Drac-
MacLeod
when
of the Clan
Dracula-
MacLeod,
when Dracula comes back,
Link can
Are
fight
you-
him.
Link is going to fight Dracula.
Well, the Belmont's track record is basically they keep fighting Dracula and he comes back. I don't know.
Link keeps fighting Ganon and he comes back. That's kind of a theme.
Why don't I just want to be a hero? We need a hero.
Okay. All right.
I've got the
Rylan,
arc.
I mean, Link, sorry. I encouraged you last time to do several things for me.
What did you encourage him to do?
I encouraged him to find somebody to love and get married promptly and have babies.
But I love
And
Zelda.
Okay, so you're gonna need to train more. Have you used a sword?
Well, I've looked at it hanging on the wall.
Is it right by the whip?
It is underneath the whip, yeah.
Maybe do some practice time with both of them.
Whip and sword?
Not at the same time. One
I
at a
don't know,
time.
man. This sounds hard.
Yeah.
This sounds hard.
Yes.
I don't know, like, do I have to go outside, do you think?
When you face off in the final palace against the spicy chicken who's spitting fire at you.
The spicy chicken, what is that?
Well, that's not what they're really called, but they have a name that if we said it, then it would be misunderstood for a word that...
Look, I don't care about the spicy chicken. I just care about
Wow.
being
You're
who
gonna
I'm
have-
supposed to be,
you're gonna
which
have
is
to get
Link.
through- You're going to have to get through the spicy chicken to get to Zelda. Meanwhile, there's probably a nice girl at the bookstore for you. You could go with a nice
Wait,
girl.
don't tell him to go to the bookstore. That's my territory.
Okay, don't go to the bookstore. How about
But
a
I just-
local Sonic?
I want Zelda.
Okay, so
I want
Zelda's
her
behind.
to be
Wait,
rescued by-
Island. Zelda is behind the spicy chicken. A nice girl at Sonic might be behind the window of your door. That's a lot. The window of your car door is much easier to conquer than Dark Link would be.
But my
or-
windows don't work anymore. They're automatic windows, but the motor's out.
So Sonic is not going to be your thing. Forget Sonic. Your window's going to betray you there. You're not going to be cool.
Look,
Maybe,
how do I get this? I gotta be
maybe
Link.
like do you have you're young. Have you been to university? Have you met some of the women there?
Why are you trying to hook me up with other women? I want Zelda. I'm
Because-
Link now. I'm no
Zelda-
longer a Belmont.
Okay, so the path to Zelda is fraught with many trials. It's dangerous.
What does fraught mean?
It's dangerous to go alone, Link. It's dangerous. So, take
Who
this.
should I take as my escort?
Your
as my
sword.
companion?
Your sword.
Is my sword sing?
What?
I don't know.
Link, I'm telling you.
Thanks for calling
Zelda.
me Link.
No problem. Zelda is
You think she's too good for me?
I think that the path is too dangerous for you. I think the
You don't
path.
think I can make it? Should I go back to being a Belmont?
I think the path to the student union at the local university has the right amount of danger for you.
My father, the great Belmont, told me never to join the Union.
He also told you to practice with the whip, and you're not doing that. Why are you listening to him now?
Because the whip still hangs with dignity upon my wall.
That doesn't mean anything.
I'm confused, okay, man? Oh, man, this is hard. I don't know why I called into the show. I just wanted some support, and I feel like all you're doing is persecuting me.
I'm trying. Link.
You know what? I'm gonna go watch Netflix and chill. Okay?
Okay. All right. There's
I'm gonna call later when I've
actually
got things figured out.
season 2 of Castlevania should be starting pretty soon on Netflix.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Really good.
I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna Google that right now.
Sweet. Great.
But you didn't help me. I just want you to know.
Okay. I'm okay with that. All right. Goodbye.
All right, bye, dude. Get out of here.
Oh, we're all
That was
doomed.
weird.
We're all doomed. So,
Why did he become Link all of a sudden?
I don't know.
Like,
I
why
think
do
I
we
can-
even allow? We should have just. We should not have allowed him
Not
on.
Drum here. There's no one screaming the calls.
Drum needs to get back really soon.
I'm kind of hungry.
I am too.
Yeah.
How many? Dude, he's getting a dozen glazed, right?
Oh, what happened to the kolaches?
Well, I didn't want to say it again, but I meant in addition to the kolaches, he's getting a dozen glazed.
I'm not big on those. I want I like the chocolate or maybe like the strawberry on top, just glazed by themselves.
No, dude, glazed when they're hot, right out of the fryer or whatever. They
Well,
just like melt
obviously
in
they're
your
not
mouth
going to be
like
hot.
liquid.
He's been gone for like an hour.
You think he's okay? Should we activate the homing beacon?
He has a homing beacon.
I put it in a couple weeks ago after the whole weird thing that happened with Murd and everybody.
Oh my. Okay, we're going to talk about that later. Dueling. The point of the episode.
Drooling.
Dueling. So, you start off with being able to use a lot of different skills with your sword, but you gain more sword skills as you go. Most notably, the down throw. What was that?
It was your imagination. Keep going. Dude,
So the great
feel
thing
like-
about Zelda 2.
I feel like... Okay, keep going. Dude, the show must go on. The show must go on. This is what happens. This is what happens.
I lost it.
Dude, I don't
Oh
know
my
if we can do
gosh.
this. What do we do? How do we come back together? How do we synchronize? We need some music.
The great thing about Zelda 2. The thing I really love about Zelda 2.
It's such a great game.
Stop it.
Dueling.
I'm gonna mute your mic.
I'm sorry, I'm
The
going to
great
stop
thing about-
talking.
The great thing about Zelda 2 is, it does one of the things that video games really should do, in that the final boss becomes kind of the culmination of all the skills you've gained through the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what happens with the fight against Dark Link. Dark Link is an exceptionally good swordsman. And added to that, his strikes don't actually take that much damage off you. Now that's, kind of counterintuitive. Like, well, what kind of last bad guy would he be if he's not hurting you that bad? But the cool thing about it is that this is going to make sure that the battle, that you get a good taste of the battle, even if you lose, that you're going to be going at it for a while. And because he's a good swordsman and because you've gained a lot of sword skills, most of both of y'all's swings are not going to connect. You're either going to be swiping in air or colliding with each other's shields. And for that reason, I really thought it was one of the best final bosses that I've seen in a video game for a very long time. Because it's gotten to that point, even if you max out all your levels, you need to be able to know to use your sword well by that point. And so I just, I really liked it. The whole game has been gradually getting, forcing you to get better and better and better at controlling Link and his sword. And this is the final test, and it comes down to 2 really good swordsmen. And it's kind of a cool way to end the game.
Yeah.
You're posting pictures of Dark Link.
I was trying to get in the mood.
I'm going to boot you out of our own Discord server.
Well, I'm trying to, somehow, fighting Dark Link is pretty scary. And I feel like having cool pictures of him kind of enhances the scariness. Ooh.
That was a good one.
That is a good one. So, Dark Link is a cool idea. I'm just saying. And I'm posting pictures of him as like a way of saying that digitally.
Yeah. I actually faced off Dark Link, I think 7 times. The first time I just cheesed him, and there is a way to just cheese the battle where it becomes pretty easy. But I liked the battle so much, I actually fought it legit 6 times. And I won 3 and he won 3. And I kept playing it because I just really enjoyed it. But I did video some of it. We're going to put those on our YouTube page, and we'll have links of those in the description, as well as a link to our Discord server.
A link to a link.
The link.
I'm sorry, you're saying
Yes.
a link a lot, and I'm confused.
So we're going to link to Link's battle with Dark Link, and also link to the pictures of Dark Link in our Discord server. There's going to be 3 links there, and they're going to link to 3 Dark Links and 2 links.
I like that. Really like that. I really like that. I like how much you're linking Link into things.
Exactly. So, that is all that I'm going to attempt to say about Dark Link, because something's going to happen that's going to get me off on a tangent, and we're coming toward the end of the episode anyways, and so one more episode of Zelda 2. It's going to be a really, really fun one next week, and so we hope that you will check it out.
I think this was a fun one. Maybe next week should be serious.
I'm not sure that's possible.
Maybe this was like the dessert before dinner. And now we're going to have dinner.
Maybe we skip dinner and we have a second dessert.
Are we hobbits? What are we talking about?
Yes. Hobbits, elves, same difference.
Okay. Not really.
No, but
That's blasphemy, actually. But anyway. My dude.
As a massive Tolkien fan, yeah, I couldn't even say that was true. So, yeah, I think that'll do it for us this week.
Are we done already? Dude, I'm sorry to get you off track so many times.
No, you're not.
Okay. But it's because you let me talk about StarCraft.
Say goodnight, Steven.
Good night, Steve.
The Retro Zoo Super Show is brought to you by the Techno Funk Boy. Follow us on Twitter at Techno Funk Boy, on Facebook at the Techno Funk Boy, and sign up for our email list at technofunkboy.com. Also look for us on Spotify, iTunes, and Amazon for music. If you are so inclined, please leave us a 5-star rating and review on your favorite podcast catcher. If you are not so inclined, you are obviously some sort of villain trying to conquer the world. Unowned music and gameplay clips are used for educational and critical purposes. Thank you for listening. Keep gaming. And once you have responsibilities that need to be done at this time, then you can game later.